Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
He'd requested to address the delegates. Moyles had organised a champagne reception afterwards. That suggests a breakthrough to a lot of people.
But not to you necessarily.
To Wenborn throw money at their research wing, and it's possible it paid off. But they'd have to be years ahead of everyone else.
Everyone, including you.
I work for a much smaller company, Chief Inspector. We're not in the same league. To be honest, I'm not sure I'd want to be part of an organisation like Wenborn.
Why not?
In a word, pressure. Millions are invested in research teams. Hundreds of millions of potential profits. It's easy for the science and the scientists to get lost in all that. Being first becomes more important than being right.
Aniston, that a detective sergeant has her warrant. Assist her in any way you can. And keep a record of any file she accesses. That will make it easier to trace any leaks.
Do you honestly believe we're going to start selling your secrets to the highest bidder, Mr. Moyles?
Your integrity may be rock solid, but I doubt the same can be said for your anti-hacker security system. I'll be in my office.
23.
This must be a great place to work.
William has his moments. There's nowhere else I want to be. We're going to make history here.
Even without Mr. Lloyd?
Oh, grieve, we'll miss him, but in the end, nothing stops progress.
You sound confident.
Oh, well, there might be a very slight delay, but we'll get there. Most of this stuff's just jargon, but I'm happy to translate.
Yeah, well, it's difficult to access his work in progress folder.
The active documents are wiped from the hard drive and stored on disk. Security.
Can I see it?
Well, not unless you recovered it from the car. Terence kept his most recent data with him at all times.
Well, at least I can access his email. Mr. Gregg, I'll have to ask you not to read the screen from now on.
But Mr. Miles said,
I'm afraid I insist.
I will need to see any corporate documents you want to remove.
Sure. But this is not corporate. It's personal.
Here's an NV Energy one.
Oh, okay. Hang on, let me,
Excuse me, can I help you?
Yeah, I'm sure. Need some information.
I'm sorry, Inspector. But the women who visit this clinic rely on our confidentiality
Thank
policy.
you.
Right, I see.
Miss Bennett, room 2, please. Thank you.
Look, to be honest with you, I don't really want to be here. I know I'm in the way. If you want to talk to me, I'll have to come back with a warrant and a whole bunch of police officers. Now, we don't want that, do we? And I'm sure your patients won't want it either.
I really don't feel able to divulge information.
The person I'm interested in is dead, so he doesn't need to rely on your discretion anymore.
Okay, name.
Dr. Terence Lloyd, Central Road in Highland. We wrote out a cheque for £800, paid for this place.
We never cashed the cheque, Inspector. Dr. Lloyd did arrange an appointment, but the lady in question cancelled.
Who was the lady in question? If she didn't turn up, she was never a patient. So you don't have to worry about confidentiality, do you? Sir, you've got that I'm going to make the boss's day look in your face, sir. I did what you said. I used Lloyd's password in his bank account. £320,000 paid in the 14th September. It's 3 days ago.
Tell me you used your initiative and found out who by.
Watcham and Radford. They're a firm of stockbrokers in Lizewood Street.
320 grand. Now that's the kind of motive I can get my teeth into. Go to the head of the class.
Sir, take a look at these. Nobody can stew they're X-rated. Email correspondence between Dr. Lloyd and his beautiful young protege. If Tara ever gives up science, she could give Jackie Collins a run for her money.
Bring him in.
Robbie,
Where are you off to?
pick up Tara Fisher?
We'll go easy on her. She's pregnant with Lloyd's child. Lloyd made the appointment for a termination. Wrote the check out. She cancelled. She's still carrying his baby. Who stands to inherit more than 300 grand from Daddy?
You really think she can do?
Ask me again after we've had a wee chat. Come on. Interesting correspondence between yourself and Mr. Lloyd. Starts off on a strictly professional basis and then gets a little more friendly and then flirtatious and finally, well, intimate. Sexually graphic language used by both parties.
Don't people have any privacy anymore?
I'm sorry if you're embarrassed.
I'm not. We'd a relationship, yes. There was an age difference, yes, but neither of us were married. We had nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, you kept your relationship a secret?
Moyles wouldn't have liked it. And the global scientific community. Well, you'd be surprised how much gifted men and women gossip.
Is that why Terence ended it? He was worried about his reputation.
I ended it.
Because of the baby.
There really isn't any privacy anymore.
We look for two things in any murder investigation, Miss Fisher. Motive and opportunity. Now, you worked at the Wenborn building, giving you ample opportunity to plant the bomb. And you certainly had plenty of motive.
Look, we split up. It's not that big a deal.
Pretty acrimonious, though. Him wanting you to have an abortion. You must have been angry.
It was. I mean, look, why would I kill my child's father?
Lloyd had more than 300 grand in the bank. Your baby's heir to that now.
He plowed all his earnings into the house. He didn't have that kind of cash floating around.
As if this week he did. He can play in the stock market.
300,000?
He'll be disposable managed for a wee while, eh?
Did Terence ever talk to you about shares?
No. He's got Wenborn stock. We all have. It's part of the salary package.
Could that have been the shares that you sold? Well, they've gone through the roof recently. Everybody anticipating an announcement.
There wasn't going to be one. Nothing massive anyway. In 5 or 6 years, maybe. But not yet.
5 or 6 years?
It's a blink of an eye in terms of medical research.
Then why all the fuss at the conference? What was Terence going to say?
I don't know.
If Wenborn really are 5 years away from hitting the jackpot, I want to know what Lloyd's big speech was going to be about.
You know, maybe he was the one that started the breakthrough rumour. Pushed the share price up, then flogged them before he had to come clean at the conference.
Let's get out there.
I hope this isn't going to take too long. I do have work to do.
Yes, of course. Can't let the shareholders down, can you?
Exactly.
Especially when you're one of them.
Most major companies offer stock options to senior executives, Chief Inspector.
Would it surprise you to learn that Terence Lloyd sold all of his shares a few days before his death?
I can't think why he'd do that. The stock will triple in value when the announcement is made.
You mean if?
When? I don't know what made Terence Lloyd sell up, but it certainly wasn't a lack of faith in Wenborn's future.
So he was going to stand up at the conference centre and say that everything was coming up roses.
Of course he was. What else would he say?
Something a bit more controversial, maybe. Controversial enough to get him killed before he got a chance to say it.
5 or 6 years. No, Tara's got it wrong. We're much closer to the breakthrough than that.
But how did she not know? Wasn't she part of the team?
Oh, well, she's a bright girl with a future, but at this stage in her career, she wouldn't be involved in decision making. You saw for yourself how security conscious Mr. Miles is.
Well, Tara's not the only one who thinks she's still some distance from a breakthrough. Spoke to another delegate at the conference, a Dr. North.
George North. Yeah, well, I wouldn't place too much stock in any of the easies.
I know.
Well, he's a rival for a start. At least he likes to think he is. Plus, he and Terence never got on. They got together years ago. That's some sort of falling out. North's been licking his wounds in Canada ever since.
Stuart, dig up all you can in Dr. George North and any dealings he had with Lloyd. See if there's anything else the absent-minded professor forgot to tell us.
Yes, sir. Oh, and Sheila called in. She wants to see you in the lab.
This really is a fascinating combination of chemicals.
Fascinating.
Yeah. The intensity of the blast made it extremely difficult, I have to say, but I have now identified the constituent elements. And this is the unusual stuff.
Well, we're down to 3.
Tetrachloride sulfate B.
Yeah. You ain't going to find that in a kid's chemistry set.
So where would you find it?
Highly specialised suppliers.
Perhaps only a handful in the entire country.
Well, that could be good news. Because something as rare as this could be a man's slip-up.
Yeah. Or it could be seen as more of a calculated risk. I mean, on the downside, yes, it can be traced, but then the flammability is such that it's guaranteed to work. A cupful of this stuff is enough to burn a man to death in seconds.
So, thought you'd better see this straight away. It's my Science magazine website dated 1985.
North Korea in ruins. Lloyd denounces North at conference. Well done, sir. Listen, since you're on a roll, how do you fancy tracking down some lethal chemicals for me?
I tell you, man, not a single gram of tetrachloric sulfate B has left this building in the past 11 months. It's company policy. Keep tabs on the dangerous stuff, so I know.
So what if it was stolen?
Then I'd be on to you guys, especially for something like that. It's lethal, you know.
Yes, we know.
So someone's used it then, done some damage.
It was used in an explosive device, yes.
Not Dr. Lloyd.
I'm not at liberty to say.
I watch the news, you know. How many bombs go off in Glasgow?
Oh,
Can't believe it.
did you know Dr. Lloyd then?
He was a customer, and a pain in the ass at times. Him and the whole team used to come down and supervise the mixing of any compounds they needed.
Was that common?
No. But you're not going to say no to the guys from Wenburn, are you?
North's lied to us. Simple as that. Lloyd destroyed him. He was North's assistant, and he stood up at a conference and told every boffin who mattered that North's research was worthless.
Now, Lloyd's dead, and it's his work that's worthless.
Eh?
I went to the stock exchange website.
Really?
Yeah, well, Stuart showed me how to do it. Anyway, Wenborn stock's collapsing. The shares that Lloyd sold are worth next to nothing now.
Because the company's lost its prime asset.
So you made a real killing then?
But Lloyd couldn't possibly have known what was going to happen to the share price. Unless we're dealing with the most bizarre bloody suicide in history.
New cells. Entirely healthy. Entirely self-replicating. With no danger of rejection. Perhaps as soon as 12 years from now. Certainly within 20. This procedure could be as commonplace as placing a plaster on a cut finger. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Conference is carrying on as normal then?
It was never a one-man show, and some of us have come a long way to be here.
That's right, you're based in Canada now, aren't you? Been there ever since Terence Lloyd ruined your career in this country.
I don't know that I put it that way. We had some professional differences of opinion over the years, and I was never a fan of Wenborn.
Well, corporate issues aside, Dr. North, you denied even knowing Terence Lloyd.
I was confused. In shock. I did witness a man die, after all.
A man that was about to make a speech that could leave you dead in the bottom? Professionals.
A man who worked for a bigger and better company.
Any more questions?
No. Not right at this moment in time.
Good.
All yours, Robbie.
I'm out in third.